Hello, primary 4 students. How are you? Welcome to your science class. As now, we will take a revision on concept 3, unit 3. This is me, Shaimaa Hamdy, and you are watching the Big Sister channel. So, our revision today on concept 3, unit 3 will include 3 parts, okay? We have write the scientific term, then we have give reasons for questions, and the last thing, what happens if, okay? So we'll start with the write the scientific term. As you know, this page we have most of the questions was in the exam last year, okay? As first one we have a mill that is turned by water flow. So what is the mill that turned by water flow? Yes, this is watermill. Yes. And we have the second question, a mill that is operated by wind movement. So this is the windmill. So both of these questions, as you see, came last year in the exam, okay? And they are very easy, okay? Focus that here a mill that is turned by water, so this is watermill. And a mill that operated by wind movement, so this is windmill, okay? And then we have question number 3, the type of energy that is produced from wind turbines to operate different home devices. Here, the question is about the type of energy, okay, that is produced, okay? So this is a produced energy from the wind turbines to operate different home devices. So the wind turbines change the kinetic energy into electrical energy. So electrical energy is the type of energy that is produced, okay? The outcome energy from the wind turbines is electrical energy, okay? So here we have next question, an equipment that is used to convert the kinetic energy of wind into electrical energy. So what is the equipment that is used to convert the kinetic energy of wind, okay, into electrical energy? As we learned that we have different ways to generate electricity by using the renewable resources of energy, like what? Like solar panels, like water turbines, and like wind turbines, okay? As in solar panels, we said by using sunlight, which operate light posts in the streets, okay? This is an example for the electricity that produced from the solar panel used in lighting the streets. Also, we said that the water turbines by using the kinetic energy of water. And we said in wind turbines, this is by using kinetic energy of wind, okay? So back to our question here, an equipment that is used to convert kinetic energy of wind. So here we're talking about wind, okay? An equipment that is used to convert the kinetic energy of wind into electrical energy, this is the wind turbine, okay? So we will write wind turbine. We have another question, a type of mirrors that is used to collect and focus sunlight onto metal pots to heat them and cook the food inside. So we mentioned that in the uses of the, yes, solar energy, as solar energy can be used in cooking food, yes, by what? Yes, concave mirrors or convergent mirrors, okay? So we will write convergent mirrors or concave mirrors. Okay? Okay, next question we have. They help farmers in cold regions to plant crops which grow only in warm climate. Okay, so what is this? And this question came last year in the exam. So this is the greenhouses. As we said, in the greenhouses, they are used to plant the crops that only grow in warm climate. They allow the solar energy, especially radiant energy, to enter. So here, radiant energy will convert into thermal energy that warms the inside of the greenhouse. So farmers can plant the crops that only grow in warm climate. Okay? Okay, we have here the last question in this page. An equipment consists of panels made of black pipes that is used to heat water at houses. So we know this equipment. This is a solar water heater. Yes, this is a solar water heater because this is a equipment that consists of black pipes, okay, and used to heat water at houses. Okay, so we finished this page. Excellent. Primary for students. And we will go to another page here. Also write the scientific term of each of the following. A panel designed to absorb the energy of sun to generate electricity. What is this panel that absorb the energy from the sun, the solar energy to generate electricity? Yes, it's very easy. It's a solar panel. Solar panel. Also, we have another question. A natural movement of air that is resulted from the difference in temperature between cold air and hot air. We know when there is a difference in temperature between the cold air and hot air, this causes what? The wind movement. So the natural movement of air called what? Wind. Okay, as wind is the movement of the air, the hot and cold air, because of the difference in temperatures. Okay, so the answer here, wind. Here we have another question. A turbine that uses the power of flowing air to generate electricity. Okay, here it's about flowing air. Okay, keep focus and keep attention here when you are reading the question, because here the question use the words flowing air, okay, as it can be the movement of air or flowing air. Okay, so here a turbine that uses the power of flowing air to generate electricity, this is the wind turbine. Okay, so we will write here wind turbine. Here we have the last question in this page. An energy that is generated from wind turbines and is transmitted through wires to houses and factories. So the energy that is generated from wind turbines, that is produced from the wind turbines, okay, the outcome energy from the wind turbines, all of these are the same meaning, okay, is the electrical energy. So we will write here electrical energy. Okay, so well done, primary 4 students. We will go to the last page in the writing the scientific term question. Okay, we have here number 1, a turbine that converts the energy of falling water into electrical energy. So here falling water, so this is a water turbine. Okay, a type of electrical energy generated by water turbines in dams. So this type of electrical energy has name. Do you remember it? Yes, the type of electrical energy generated by water turbines in dams, we call it hydroelectric energy or hydroelectricity. Okay, both are right. Hydroelectric energy or hydroelectricity, and we know that the part hydro means water. Okay, so this means electricity that come from the water or that generated from the water. Okay, here we have a type of dams. Here the question about the dams, okay, that is used to generate electricity using the flow of water. So here we call these dams hydroelectric dam. So the energy from these dams called hydroelectric energy, and the dams that used to generate electricity using the flow of water, so these dams called hydroelectric dams. Okay, here question number 4. Okay, a turbine in which the kinetic energy of moving water, so here we're talking about water, is used to generate hydroelectric energy. So what is this turbine? This is water turbine. Yes, a process in which water changes into water vapor. Yes, we discussed the water cycle, and we said that the water changes into water vapor as it evaporates, and then the water vapor condenses and forming clouds, and then the rain falls, okay, back to the earth. So this is the water cycle. When we ask about a process in which water changes into water vapor, so this is evaporation. This process called evaporation. As we write here the word evaporation process as evaporation. Okay, then we have the next question. The process in which the water of rivers evaporates, then condenses, forming clouds, and returns back to rivers through the rain falls. So this is what? This is the whole cycle. Okay, so this is the water cycle as the process in which the water of the rivers evaporates, then condenses, forming clouds, and rain falls. So this is water cycle. Okay, and we have the last question, a process in which water vapor changes into water, forming clouds. So this is when the water vapor changes into water, so this is the water vapor condenses. Yes, so this is the condensation process. So condensation. Okay, so here don't forget that the water cycle is a process in which water evaporates, okay, to form water vapor, and the water vapor then condenses, okay, and form clouds as the water vapor changes into water, and then this water will return back to the earth's surface in a form of rain. Okay, this is the whole process called water cycle, and it includes two processes inside the water cycle. The first one, evaporation, as change from the water to water vapor, and condensation, as we mentioned, as change from the water vapor to form clouds. Okay, so now we have the second part, which is the give reasons questions. Okay, first question here we have give reasons for human used windmills and watermills from hundreds of years ago. Why human use the windmills and watermills? You know, because they helped the human to crush grain to make flour. Okay, those were the equipments that help the human to crush grain to make flour. Okay? Okay. Give reasons for sometimes the sun isn't visible in the sky, but you can feel its warmth. What's the meaning of this sentence? As it's night, okay, and the sun, we can't see the sun, okay, because it's night, but we feel warmth, okay. Why? Because here we have more than one thing, okay, because the atmosphere, the land, and the water absorb thermal energy from the sun, yes, that causes what? Increasing in the earth's temperature, okay. So why we feel warmth even the sun isn't visible? So the answer here, because the atmosphere, okay, atmosphere means what? The air around the earth, okay. So because the atmosphere, the land, the water absorb thermal energy from the sun, and that causes increasing in temperature, okay, earth's temperature. Okay, here we have another question. Give reasons for some electric devices have solar panels which are composed of many solar cells. Why some electric devices have solar panels that composed of many solar cells? So because the solar cells convert the radiant energy. This is a type of the solar energy, okay. So the solar cells converts the radiant energy from the sun into electrical energy that's used to operate the electric devices, okay. So here, because the solar cells convert the radiant energy from the sun into electrical energy to operate these devices, okay. Okay, then we have give reasons for kinetic energy of wind affects the speed of wind turbine blades rotation. Affect the speed of wind turbine blades rotation. Affect the blades rotation. Okay, the speed of the blades rotation. Why? This is an important question, and we studied that in wind turbines, when the kinetic energy of wind increases, and this means what? Yes, strong wind, okay. So strong wind has more speed, has more kinetic energy, okay. So here the blades will rotate faster, okay, and the efficiency of wind turbines increases, okay, as the blades rotate faster. So the efficiency of wind turbines increases as they work very well, okay. Okay, so we can write this here in the answer, because when the kinetic energy of wind increases, the blades of the turbine rotate faster, or you can write the speed of wind turbine blades rotation increases, okay. The answer here as the kinetic energy of the wind increases, so the blades rotate faster, or the speed of the turbine blades rotation increases, okay. Here we have another give reasons for sometimes the wind turbines are useless. We said when we studying this part that if there is no wind, okay, so the blades of the turbine cannot rotate, so the turbines can't generate electricity. Why? Because there is no wind, because it depends on the wind movement, okay. So we can say because sometimes wind doesn't blow, okay. So the blades of turbine don't move, and wind turbines don't generate electricity, okay, because sometimes wind doesn't blow, so the blades of turbine don't move, and wind turbines don't generate electricity. Here we have another question which is very important, okay. Hydroelectric dams are built on rivers? Why hydroelectric dams are built on rivers? To make two things, okay? Don't forget them. To control the water flow and increase potential energy of water to generate electricity. So, the hydroelectric dams are built on rivers to control the water flow and increase the potential energy of water to generate electricity, okay? And we discuss it in details in the lesson 3, okay? From concept 3, unit 3. Here we will move to another. Give reasons for water turbines are placed in waterfalls areas. Why water turbines are placed in waterfalls areas? Okay, so the answer here, because water turbines convert the kinetic energy from the water flow into electrical energy, as this is why the water turbines are placed in the waterfalls, as these waterfalls have water flow from these places. So here the kinetic energy from this water flow can be converted into electrical energy by the water turbines. So the answer, because the water turbines convert the kinetic energy from the water flow into electrical energy. Here we have the last question in the give reasons for. Some dams contain water turbines. Why some dams contain water turbines? As because kinetic energy from the moving water, flowing water in dams is used to rotate the water turbines to generate electricity. So here water turbines need water flow or movement, okay? Why? Because this kinetic energy will cause the rotation of the water turbine, so it will generate electricity, okay? Without water flow, so the water turbine can't rotate and can't generate electricity, okay? This is an important point. So the question, if the water turbines is placed in the waterfalls or some dams contain water turbines, because both the dams and waterfalls have flowing water, so the kinetic energy from this water flow will rotate the water turbines, and the water turbines will convert this kinetic energy into electrical energy, okay? So we will go to the last part here, which is the what happens if questions, okay? As first one, what happens if wind doesn't blow in areas that contain many wind turbines? If we have a lot of wind turbines, but there is no wind blow in these areas, so what will happen? So the answer, the blades of the wind turbines doesn't move, okay? So the wind turbines don't generate electricity. So simply, wind turbines and water turbines need kinetic energy from the wind or from the water, so they can work and generate electricity. Okay, here what happens if sunlight falls on solar panels? When the sunlight falls on the solar panel, what happens? The solar energy of the sun converts into electrical energy. Yes, here the solar energy will convert into kinetic energy, okay? Okay, we have here another question. What happens if sunlight falls on greenhouses? Okay, we talked about the greenhouses. So the greenhouses absorb the radiant energy from the sun and convert it into thermal energy. Okay, so here greenhouse absorbs the radiant energy from the sun and convert it into thermal energy. Yes, and this warm the inside of this greenhouse and allow the farmers to to plant crops that only grow in the warm climates. Okay, here we have another what happens if question. The solar cells in a calculator when exposed to sunlight. We know that some calculators have solar cells. When these solar cells of these calculators exposed to the sunlight, what will happen? So the solar cells absorb the solar energy from the sunlight and convert it into electrical energy to charge the calculator battery or to operate the calculator. Okay, so you can say the solar cells absorb solar energy from the sun and convert it into electrical energy to charge the calculator battery or to operate the calculator. Okay, what happens if there is difference in temperature of air around the earth? If there is a difference in temperature of air around earth, so what will happen? Yes, it causes the air movements and wind blowing. Okay, it causes the wind movement, it causes air movement, or it causes the air movement and wind blowing. Okay, all of these have the same meaning. We have here what happens if water turbines are placed in a dam. When water turbines are placed in a dam, so here we will answer with the whole story from the beginning, as here we have potential energy stored in the water, okay, is converted into kinetic energy when the water flows, causing the water turbines to rotate and generate electricity. So when the water turbines are placed in a dam, so the potential energy stored in the water is converted into kinetic energy when the water flows, causing the water turbines to rotate and generate electricity. Here we will go to another what happens if question, which is very important. Okay, potential energy of water increases behind the dam that has water turbines. So if the potential energy of water increases behind the dam, what will happen? Okay, let us arrange our minds. It's here the potential energy increases. So when the dam allows the water to flow, so this potential energy, which is big potential energy, large potential energy, will convert into kinetic energy. So the kinetic energy also increases, yes, and the blades rotate faster here and generate more electricity, or the efficiency of water turbines increases. Yes, let us write this answer. Okay, as the answer will be the kinetic energy increases, causing the blades of the turbine rotate or spin faster. Okay, and water turbines generate more electricity. Okay, so when the potential energy of water increases behind the dam, so what happens? The kinetic energy increases, causing the blades of turbines to rotate faster, and the water turbines generate more electricity. Okay, here we have the last question today. What happens if, and this is also a very important question, water of seas and rivers evaporates, then condenses in the atmospheric air? Okay, what will happen when water of seas and rivers evaporates, then condenses in the atmospheric air? So when this happens, so this is a water cycle, as after that, the clouds were formed and the rain falls back to the earth's surface, or rain falls back to its water resources. Okay, as we can say rain falls back to the earth's surface or to its water resources. Okay, with this question we finished our revision, so don't forget to subscribe, like, share and press the bell button to get all the new notification. For now, thank you for watching. See you next video inshallah, and goodbye.